What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Chef. You already know what time it is. We are back for episode number 38 of the YAK pod. Now, there's some breaking news going on as the time of this being recorded, so let's go ahead and get right into it. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little button down below, turn on the notifications, smash the like button, and share it with your people. This helps to get the algorithm on my side, and if you are enjoying this content, then you want the algorithm on my side. Now let's go ahead and get right to it. This is a very unfortunate event that we have to talk about today. It can affect the Lions in multiple ways. As you saw, the title of this episode was about Stephon Gilmore maybe being more likely to come to the Detroit Lions. Here's why. We talk a lot about Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes guys and trying to get high character guys and things of this nature. And now I'm sure that many people have heard, and some people may not know, but it's our job to report what goes on with the Lions, with the Detroit Lions, and what goes on around the players that play for the Detroit Lions, and so on and so forth. So unfortunately, we have to talk about the Cam Sutton incident. Now, from the Detroit Free Press, it says the Detroit Lions, Cam Sutton wanted in Florida in connection with physical altercation. Detroit Lions cornerback Cam Sutton is wanted in connection with a domestic violence incident in Florida. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office issued a warrant for Sutton's arrest earlier this month on one count of domestic battery by strangulation for an incident in Lutz, Florida, a suburb of Tampa. Phil Martello, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office, said the department responded to a call for domestic violence in progress involving Sutton, 29, and a female around 5 a.m. March 7th. The victim suffered wounds that indicated an incident took place, Martello said, and an arrest warrant was issued the same day. On Wednesday, the department posted a message on social media asking for help locating Sutton. In the post, the sheriff's office said Sutton may be driving a Jeep Grand Wagoneer and provided the license plate number. Martello said Sutton is believed to be in Florida, not in Michigan. Now, the stranger thing about this situation, we don't know if it is true or if it is untrue. This allegedly happened. Many times with athletes, we'll hear that something happened and it'll be bad, and then it'll come out that it was not true, or the witness wouldn't cooperate. I don't know what the situation is. However, Cam Sutton has not been seen or heard from. There have been reports that his phone has been off. They can't find the car. They've been looking for him since March 7th. And right now it's March 20th. So this is something that happened 2 weeks ago. It is not looking good. If Cam Sutton is guilty, he should go ahead and turn himself into the police. If he's not guilty, then he should have nothing to be hiding from. So he seems to be on the run. He seems to be fleeing. And once again, we cannot jump to conclusions. We do not have all of the details in the case. All we have is speculation. It doesn't sound good. I'm just going to be really upfront and up forward with that situation. If you put your hands on a woman, then you should not be playing football. And if it comes out that he really did do the things that are being reported in this report, then he most likely will not be playing for the Detroit Lions anymore. I've seen a lot of comments and questions asking if this voids his contract, and that's really not what we are concerned with right now. We're just concerned with the safety of the victim. We are concerned with the safety of Cam Sutton because, like I said, he has been missing for 2 weeks, and that is the strangest detail in this case, in this situation. He has been missing. And for you to go missing in this day and age with all the trackers that are available on your phones, your car, all of these things, it's really strange. So he seems to be hiding out, and this is a very, very very unfortunate situation. This is not something that we like to talk about. It's not something that we like to report, but it's news surrounding the Detroit Lions and the players that play for the Detroit Lions. But this just goes into what we were going to talk about today. The Dan Campbell and the Brad Holmes guy is a guy that has outstanding character. And this does seem to be out of character for Cam Sutton, for the Cam Sutton that we knew or we thought we knew. Say what you want about his play after his injury, but from all reports, he was a stand-up guy. This is not something that has been a situation that people thought would happen. This is not something that has been a situation that has come up before, at least not to our knowledge, and probably not to Brad and Dan's knowledge. So, the people that were on the Jalen Carter train and, all these things happen with Jalen Carter lying to the police and, being involved in an incident which saw one of his teammates and another team worker killed in a drunk driving drag racing incident. Everyone wondered why Brad and Dan didn't want to draft Jalen Carter, and it was for situations like this. Fortunately, Jalen Carter has kept his nose clean since he got into the league last year, but this issue is not one that brings us any joy to talk about. So that's what a Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell guy is. Someone that won't bring issues like this to the Detroit Lions. It won't put the team in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. They won't put themselves in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. This is just unfortunate. So now the off-season plans may have changed. We may need another cornerback, and that may be someone like Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore is still out there on the market. I've said lots of glowing things about Stephon Gilmore before. I've said that Stephon Gilmore is a coach on the field. Stephon Gilmore is a guy that has kept his nose clean. He has not been in any trouble with the law that I know of or that has been publicized before. His brother is still on the team. He can help his brother develop. And for all the football reasons, if you want to see those things, you can go back and look at some of my other episodes. I did an entire episode about Stephon Gilmore. So now you start looking at people like Xavier Howard. You start looking at other corners who are available on the market, and you wonder, are they Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell type guys? Will they be Detroit Lions sooner rather than later? Also, there is the situation with the draft. We know that Brad Holmes does not draft based on need, but this situation that has come up is not a normal situation. It's just not normal. It's just not something that people really account for. And this is something that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell feel that they're not going to have to account for because they're trying to weed out these types of situations. And I don't want to say guys like this, and I don't want to make accusations. I don't want to accuse, because we do not know all of the facts. And Cam Sutton is entitled to his side of the story coming out. And hopefully he is found soon and he is alive and healthy. And what seems to have happened, according to the reports, isn't the actual extent or full extent of what happened. But again, it doesn't look good. So, now you start looking at a Kool-Aid McKinstry who's supposed to be there at number 29. I believe they were at Alabama's Pro Day. So, Kool-Aid McKinstry is he's looking like a Dan Holmes. He's looking like a Dan Holmes or Brad Campbell, type of guy. Again, it's just unfortunate. But will we be now drafting a rookie corner at number 29? Will we be trading up for a rookie corner at number 20, whatever, or 15? So now look at a guy like Quinyon Mitchell, who seemed to fit what the Lions like to do. He's a good man corner. Obviously, he's tall. He's fast. He's one of the fastest DBs at the combine. And you just wonder now, are those people in play? Are they on the draft board higher up than they were before? Man, this is really, really, really unfortunate. And, to talk about things like this while the seriousness of this situation is going on is just not something that we like to do. But unfortunately, we have to do these things because I don't want to say life goes on. And I don't want to say that we move on, but we do. And if these things are true, then we know that Cam Sutton will not be on this roster. Unless, I don't know, there's very compelling evidence in his story. If he was being attacked, who knows? I don't want to speculate. I have no idea. But this is just, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. It's crazy to talk about. But this is where we are. So let me know, guys, in the chat below. Let me know your comments, your thoughts. What do you think the Detroit Lions are going to be doing? Do you think it's likely that a Stephon Gilmore will be coming to town and signing and playing with his brother? Do you think it's more likely that they draft a young rookie cornerback? Again, these are kind of uncharted waters for this regime of the Detroit Lions. So we don't know exactly what they're going to do. As I said before, we hope that everything works out and, Cam Sutton can rejoin the team. We hope that he's innocent, because obviously you don't ever want to believe something like this can happen. You don't ever want to believe that someone is capable of something like this. But again, if he is guilty, then obviously he will most likely be cut. He will be moved on from, and he will not be a part of the Detroit Lions going forward, nor should he be. Obviously, there are things that are more important than football. If he is an abuser, we hope that he gets the help that he needs. And obviously that help comes in different forms. That help comes in punishment. That help comes in therapy. And that help comes from wherever the courts say that it needs to come from. And we will let the legal process play out. But put a damper on an otherwise wonderful day, because every day that we're alive and we are gifted is a wonderful day. You can put a positive spin on anything, but this is not a situation where there is too much positive. It's not a situation where it's too much positive. So no joy reporting on things like this. No joy at all. Not a fun situation. But again, as always, that is the time that we have for today. As always, subscribe, share, smash the like button. Holla at your boy in the kitchen, Monday through Friday, every weekday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Be the type of friend that shares with another friend. And as always, until next time, peace.